Hi, today I'm going to be going over my Thanksgiving recipe app. It's written in Django. My purpose for this app is, Thanksgiving is coming up, and if you've ever had to prepare something for Thanksgiving, or really any dish that you're preparing, you know that you have to search for a recipe and then search through all the results, find one that fits your needs. So I decided to create a web app that would just compile a list of Thanksgiving dishes and sort them by category so that it would make it a little bit easier for anyone preparing for Thanksgiving just to come on this site, search for what they're looking for, and just have a list compiled right here of recipes, just to make the process a little bit easier. So here's the home page of my app. So down here is where you can insert into the database. Just if you have a recipe, you can enter the category, title, servings, time, source, and that gets stored into, if we go over here, I've got my models here, and this is my class dish, and this is where everything is stored into the database. It saves all of these things. And so it gets saved here, you add the new dish, and then this drop-down list up here where you're searching through categories, this is dynamically created based on what's in the database. So if someone were to come and add a new category here and insert a recipe, it would pop up in this list. So, and then if I wanted to click on one of these categories, let's look at pies, I can find the recipes. And here are the 3 pie recipes that I have stored in the database. So it just holds, the category, the title, how many servings, how long it's going to take. So you can pick which recipe you want to use if you're looking for a certain amount of servings or how long you have, or just, whether you want pumpkin pie, chocolate, or cranberry. So you can, and then I didn't end up having enough time to store the full recipe in the database with like ingredients and the full recipe. So I use the source, which is this will just take you to the URL which has the full recipe. So it just comes over here, shows you all the steps, ingredients, all of that. So you can just find it here. And these links are dynamically created again based on what's in the database. So here's a little bit into the code that I'm using. I've got my models. Ingredients aren't implemented yet, but I'd like to at some point in the future store. This would be a many-to-many. I would have many ingredients per dish, and then a list of directions as well in here. I've got my views, which just show how everything is created based on pulling from the database. Like from the home page, if I post a new dish, it creates a new dish, stores it into the database, and then it saves all the dishes by category, and that's for the actually this one here is the category list. That's for the drop-down menu. You can see over here, I wanted to make sure I only had one of each category, so I used this distinct keyword to pull from the database, and then just send that to the HTML page here. This one over here. So here's my pages, my HTML for this. And this here is just going through all of the categories in that category list to show them for the drop-down menu. And this is where it's actually posting so that when you open up the recipe page, we have that category sent over, because that recipe page is actually just one page no matter what recipe or what category you choose here. And that's about it for this app. There's a lot more that I would like to do in the future with it, but this is it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.